gorgeous people, it's Ashley, and happy 2016, guys. It is officially 2016. It is actually, there we are. Sorry, my phone was plugged in. But it is officially January 5th, and I am so very excited to be in 2015. I'm so excited that you guys are joining me in 2015. 2016, I'm gonna be doing that a lot, but I'm glad that y'all are joining me this year, and I am so excited. I said it in the holiday tag video that I had a gorgeous member contact me on Tumblr, and she had asked for quite a few videos. She asked for all of them are tag videos. So I got quite a few tag videos coming up for you guys, and then some other videos that we are currently working on, and that will be on my music channel, but I'm still trying to debate on whether or not to post them on this channel as well. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we'll figure it out. But I'm so excited because I ended up getting a gift card for Torrance from my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law. And I ended up picking up this dress on Torrent.com, and it is the Batman dress, and I really love the way it looks. The material is not necessarily like a costume material, but like, I don't know, it's hard to describe this material. I'm not a guru when it comes to like fabric and stuff, so I'm not 100% sure on that, but it has like a more stiff feeling than a lot of their normal dresses do. And but I actually, like, they had put it out for Halloween, and I actually love it, and would actually wear it like on a day-to-day basis. Like, comment down below if you would do the same. I don't know, I'm strange, but I really love the dress, and it just, I don't know, I feel powerful. No. Today we are doing the my first time tag. And like I said, it is a tag that one of our gorgeous members requested, so therefore I am going to do that. I kind of, like, she put it in a list, and I don't know if that was a list that she wanted to see the videos in, but I actually started going out of order. I really wanted to get the holiday tag up before the holidays were over, so that is, you know, sorry girl if that's how you wanted me to do it, but yeah. So we're just gonna continue to go out of order. This video is gonna be my first time tag, and I'm excited. A lot of these I won't necessarily be able to answer because I honestly don't remember, but I'll do my best. So the first question is, first YouTube video you ever watched? I don't know. That was a long time ago. YouTube, I don't even remember when YouTube came out, to be honest. I think it was Ozzy Osbourne Dreamers video. I could be wrong. It could have been like an NSYNC video. But then, it was definitely a music video. I know, like, when YouTube first came out, I didn't, like, know about YouTubers. So, yeah, it was probably one of those videos, or, I don't know. It was definitely a music video. The second question is, first person you subscribed to on YouTube? I think it might have been either Rhett and Link with Good Mythical Morning, or Trisha Paytez. It could have been Shane Dawson. I don't know. I don't know. But those are some of, like, my favorite YouTubers. And it could have been artists, but they don't technically fall under YouTuber. I don't know. It could have been... That's a good question. I don't know who my first YouTuber was. So we're going to move on because that will take days to remember. Do you still talk to your first love? No. Yeah, no. I'm just going to end it there. First kiss, it just says first kiss. It doesn't really ask with who or when. But I did have my first kiss when I was definitely a teenager, teenager. I was definitely older. Like, I wasn't like too young when I had my first kiss. So, yeah. First alcoholic drink. Oh, my first alcoholic drink was, it was definitely my first alcoholic drink was, wine, I think. Yeah, it was wine, and it was when Obama got elected the first time. So, yeah. My mom, yeah, she was just like, oh, let's celebrate. And she wanted to make sure that I didn't become alcoholic. And so she gave me like a teeny sip from her wine. And she said, do you like it? I'm just like, oh, no. And she's just like, good. So... yeah. My first car, oh God. My first car was a blue Mercedes-Benz convertible. It was a compressor. It was a 2-seater. That was my very first car. And yeah, my first car got taken away from me a little bit. It was a long time after driving it, but I kind of was trying to like pull out of the garage, and something had fell in the garage and caught the wheel and turned it, and so like I ripped the front bumper from the car. Yeah, so needless to say, my next car was a beat up show Taurus Ford. So yeah. My first job, I actually, my first job was not anything that a lot of people get to experience. I was very lucky with my first job. My father owns a record company, so I ended up getting a job with that. So that was my first job, and that is still currently one of my jobs. So yeah. First pet, my very first pet was a cat. And her name was Tiger. My mom had got her it was like the family pet. We had pets beforehand. And we had like a lot of cats and a lot of birds, a lot of dogs, a lot of fish and stuff like that. But I was allergic to cats when I was younger, and somehow or another I ended up getting immune to cats, so I'm no longer allergic to cats. But, Tiger was the very first cat that we had that actually came around me and liked me. So I ended up kind of taking ownership of Tiger and taking care of her until the day that she unfortunately passed. And after she passed, I ended up getting another cat, his name was Tiggy, but he sprayed everywhere, so we had to get rid of him. And then now we currently have Cotton Ball, which you know him as Pumpkin. So yeah. My first celebrity crush. I remember this because he's still one of my celebrity crushes. It is Justin Timberlake, hands down. I loved him in NSYNC. I loved him in Model Behavior. I love him in everything. He's awesome. Yeah, so my first real boyfriend was someone that we're not going to talk about, but he was also the first love, so whatever. Who was the first person to text you today? Nobody's texted me today. My husband called me, but yeah, I haven't got a text today, so I'm not that popular, I promise. Who was your first grade teacher? I moved around a lot, so I don't know. I don't even remember first grade, honestly. You know, like I remember third grade and up. But far as like I remember my kindergarten year because I love that teacher, but I don't remember her name. And first and second grade are kind of like a blur, so I can't answer that question. Where was your first sleepover? I think my first sleepover was when we lived in Florida, and I think it was at my grandma's house, honestly. I think I had like a friend or two to sleep over. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. I honestly don't remember. When you get older, you tend to not remember stuff. Okay, so what was the first thing you did this morning? The first thing that I did this morning was I drank some water and I was playing with Cop Ball and Ross. First concert you ever went to. My very first concert that I can remember was a Mary J. Blige concert, and that was because my father was working for her at the time. And we literally sat in Mary J. Blige traffic the whole concert. We literally seen the end of the song No More Drama. And all we got to see was her do 1, 2, 3, and lights went out, and we were just like, that was awesome! Like, that was so cool. But yeah, that was my very first concert. First broken bone was possibly my wrist or possibly my ankle. I remember being in a cast with my ankle, but I don't know if that was my very first broken bone. We was down in Florida, and we used to play outside a lot, and we used to like play like baseball and stuff like that in the cul-de-sac, and one of the kids had a metal bat, and I decided that I was going to swing the bat in between my ankles, and I had picked up some really big speed, and bat hit my ankle. I fell to the ground. I called out for my sibling. My sibling didn't believe me, and so I cranked it all the way to the house on one arm, and I got to the house, and my mom freaked. My dad took me to the hospital, and it was a shattered ankle, and I was in a cast for a really long time, and then I broke my arm several times. I tore ligament in one leg several times. I'm a very clumsy person, so therefore I'm always breaking something. Knock on wood, it doesn't happen anytime soon. That would be horrible. Okay, so first movie you remember seeing. The very first movie that I remember seeing, and I don't think it was my very first movie. Like the Goofy movies. I remember, this isn't one of the questions, but I remember my very first love for a movie was Titanic. Titanic was hands down my favorite movie, still is one of my favorite movies. And but I think it was always like Disney movies. Like I think it was between like Pocahontas, Aladdin, Little Mermaid. It could have been Little Mermaid. Could have been. I love those movies still, so yeah. First sport you were involved in, cheerleading, I think it was. Cheerleading, and that was when we moved up to Georgia. I was on, if any of you know what Upward is a church organization that allows people to be part of, like, basketball, football, soccer. They have soccer and football now, but when I was in it, they only had basketball and cheerleading. So now they have, like, swimming team and tennis, and they have all the sports now, which is awesome because it makes it affordable for people to be able to parents to be able to put their kids in sports and not spend $400 or $500 on a uniform. So I love Upward. If you never heard of it, check it out. They might have it in your town. So the next question is, first tweet. My first tweet was promoting it was promoting our band page and promoting our new album at the time. That album is still for sale. This is not a plug. I'm just putting it in there. But yeah, that was my first tweet. First Facebook profile picture. I have no idea, but if I find it, I'll put it in. First piercing, my ears. My mom had got my ears done when I was a baby, and I do have four ear holes and a nose ring, and that's all the holes that I have in my body. So that concludes this video on my first. I know a lot of the questions were kind of here and there, but I try to answer them to the best that I could, and to the most that I could talk about. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for suggesting this video. And as always, I love you guys so much. I am so glad that y'all are here with me on 2016. And we're going to make this year a good year. So, as always, just stay gorgeous, just stay handsome, and just stay awesome. I love you guys. Bye. Oh my God!